Hello, welcome back to Sanctuary Hills with the Escaped Institute synth B13 9-13, pardon me. So it is now early in the morning since we had our narrow escape from a roaming vampire last night. And so we got some sleep, we did a little bit of more crafting. I've added some jewelry to our character here. See, there's kind of like a cuff and dangly earring, a couple of necklace type items, and a nice navel piercing with a shiny red gem. And so that's the remaining open body slots. There are, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of body slots available to allow a character to wear many items.
The Minutemen could use someone like you.
If you can avoid like visual clipping and that kind of thing. Anyway, we went in the last episode to see the people over at Abernathy Farm. And Blake Abernathy asked us to recover a stolen locket for him from a bunch of raiders who also coincidentally killed his daughter. So we're going to wander out that way toward the Olivia satellite array and see about recovering the locket and maybe killing some raiders for fun and profit. And so there's me and the dog. He's still just named Dog. Because I guess if you don't have him with you when you first meet Mama Murphy, and she doesn't call him Dog Meat, then he just remains Dog. So we're going to wander up this way. And grab a few mute fruits, wild mute fruits on the way up here. And we'll just go up this slope and have a little bit of a look around up here. It looks like somebody had a chair set up and they were looking down toward the Red Rocket Station. And I can pick up a few items here. Couple of mute fruit plants there. And here we are at the back of some houses in Concord. And there isn't really a lot up here, but if you're foraging for food, there is some mute fruit there. There's a dead Brahmin here that you can loot some meat off of sometimes, and a dead raider. So you can take some things off of the dead raider. Now, switch weapons here. Moment. Gotta eat some breakfast, I guess. We'll have some nice nourishing bubblegum for breakfast. Okay, and there's a mole rat. And then the rest of them show up pretty quickly, burrowing up from the ground immediately around you as soon as you shoot one of them. Should be one more. Maybe not. Maybe that one wandered off and got into trouble somewhere else. So, anyway, up at the top of the hill, the dog gets out of the way. There are a few items here, including a .44 revolver pistol. Although there isn't enough ammunition available for that gun right now, so I'll pick it up, I guess, and probably put it away for later. And you can't open that lid just yet. until we head down here and throw that switch. And we'll head along this way a bit too, just to gather a few more things. And yeah, I'm very thorough about this kind of stuff. I try and give myself every little edge that I can get. And if that means wandering around and picking up things so that I can hoard them and use them later, well, then that's what I do. Including that dog. So I guess we'll head back this way now, going in the general direction of the Olivia satellite station again. Now that we have done those few little side trippy kind of things. Oh yeah, got to follow the hose back up here. Because when you turn the pump off, it releases the vacuum on these little doors here, and it drops a bunch of caps out. And up on the other side of this little rock formation, there's a group of raiders. So we got to be careful here now. Especially because with the fog, I can't see them very well. Even through a scope. One there. Gotcha. Oh, here comes the dog. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, one more over there. Where are you? Can't see you. Oh, there you are behind that stump. Gotcha. So, anyway, it takes a little more time to aim manually, but I've found that if you can aim manually and most of the time hit what you're aiming at, it's more reliable than aiming in VATS. Because lots of times at that distance, aiming in VATS, you don't necessarily hit the target that you're aiming at. You get a lot of misses and that kind of thing. And also there's that damage reduction that you get from firing in VATS too. Don't know if I got all of the raiders looted here or not. Sometimes their bodies are hard to find in the grass and brush and stuff. But I guess it doesn't matter that much. We'll move on. And here by this little chimney, you can find... I didn't want to pick up that pistol, but it was in the way. You can find another thing of caps. And then over here in the middle of this field, there's a dead guy. Oh, look. Mole rats everywhere. And you'll notice I hip shoot a lot, too. Just because it's faster than aiming. And that's why I prefer to use weapons that are good for hip shooting, because I've found that most gun battles that I get into are at really close range like this. And if you've got a weapon that is fairly accurate for hip shooting, well then you can usually kill your enemies before they have a chance to hit you. The biggest thing is you gotta keep your cool and take your time and make sure that you actually hit what you're aiming at. And I find that when I have the hardest time, that's when I get rattled a little bit and I tend to try and hurry. And then I'm not as accurate as if I just relax and let things happen. So we go up here, there's a little lean-to type shack thing here. There's some ammunition in a box and some jet, and there's also a chems cooler. I think I just heard a shot. Whoop. Oh. Wow, can't hit that guy for some reason. Well, the dog got him. I was having that weird thing going on too with the control stick, where no matter what control input I put in with the left stick, my character wanted to shuffle to the right. And I don't know why that happens, but you have to watch it, and if you start doing that, you just have to let go of the control and start over, because I have actually shuffled sideways off of overpass and things like that before, because when I pressed the stick in a particular direction, my character went in an entirely different direction. And I ended up going someplace that I did not intend to go, i.e. falling a long ways to my death. Okay. So, let's see if we got any, there we go. What else have we got going on here? Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot some 38s here. And then I'm gonna throw a Molotov cocktail. And of course the dog's down there getting involved, but we'll throw another one. Looks like we must have crippled that one so he can't run. And now he's done too. And we'll just shoot that one since it's wiggling. Probably something's going to jump out and attack me if I don't. So, I like to use 38 caliber weapons for shooting pests. It conserves the ammunition for the good guns for when you really, really need it. So, we're going to take a short swim in the direction of that boat that's over there on the shore. Because at the bottom of this lake, in that general direction, somewhere over here, I must have missed it on my first pass. There it is. Okay, there's a box with some stuff in it. And then just a short distance over this way is a broken boat with a steamer trunk in it. And that just lets you know how much of an explorer and completionist I am, because I actually at one time swam around on the entire bottom of this lake looking for everything. That's how I found out that those two things are there. And now we need to go back here. And here is the robotics disposal ground. And there's lots of things laying around here that may or may not come in handy. There's a fat man laying there, but I'm not going to pick it up because it weighs a ton, and I probably am already, looking at possibly being short on room to pick things up. Maybe I'll pick it up on the way back if I have the room to spare. Weird little texture thing going on there. So, we got a toolbox here, and we got a stim pack, and we got a hot rodder magazine, some cigars, circuit board. I'm not going to bother with that terminal. It supposedly allows you to control that robot, but I've looked at things, other people doing videos of having to do with that, and that robot doesn't really follow you like a follower. It's going to destroy some of these other weapons that I've picked up, so that I have, it reduces the weight that I'm carrying here. And I'm going to have a look in this little green box. And I placed this little green box in the world, and it has another bolt-action shotgun. This one, however, has the endless legendary effect on it, which is why I call it Evershot. So you still have to work the bolt after every shot, but you never have to reload it. And that can actually become a fairly powerful thing later on, because in the pipe gun overhaul mod that and Rec-V5X made, you can actually put semi-automatic receivers on the bolt-action shotgun. So a normal bolt-action shotgun with a semi-automatic receiver and fire 3 shots fairly quickly, but you do have to reload it. However, the gun with the endless legendary effect on it actually really stands out and does well. Because you can shoot it and shoot it and shoot it. It's just like that good old double-barrel shotgun that sometimes you find in the game that has the endless effect on it, and you never actually have to reload it. You can just keep pulling the trigger and it'll shoot as fast as you can pull the trigger. For as long as you still have shotgun shells in your inventory. Oh, yes, he's got that one. There's another one too somewhere here. I just heard it. Where did it go? There, I got that one. Is there another one? Yeah. Oh. Full field full of mole rats here. Okay, well, I think I'm going to have to stop picking up the guns that I find because they're going to run me out of room here in my inventory fairly soon. But I will pick up the ammunition and some of the other things. So, this is a snub-nosed 38 special pistol. And Rec-V5X and I made another mod that adds 38 caliber revolvers and 10mm revolvers to the game. We haven't uploaded it to the Nexus. I don't know if I will. But anyway, it is in my game. It gives you an alternative to, you know, like the 10mm pistol, the traditional vanilla one. It also gives you a weapon that has a little bit of firepower. You know, it's still a useful weapon if you increase your gunslinger and your gun nut perks and work on that gun a little bit. It'll remain useful for quite a ways into the game, like until about level 30 or so, when you start finding 10mm revolvers instead. And then eventually, of course, you'll start finding the 44 revolvers, which are still the big one. But it gives, since 38 ammunition is so common in the game and you keep finding it forever and ever, no matter how high a level you get to be, it's nice to have a weapon that has a little bit of punch that you can use in late game. You know, like when you start to run out of ammunition for your more powerful weapons. And of course, some of the reality police might point out that the 10mm pistol should be more powerful per shot than the 38 caliber revolver. And you know what? Maybe the 38 round that goes into my 38 caliber revolver is some kind of fictional 38 Magnum or something in the world of Fallout 4 that you know, sends a bullet faster and harder than the 10mm rounds in the 10mm pistol. I don't know. I don't worry about that kind of thing. I wanted something that would fit in well with the game and wouldn't throw the game balance off, and that would allow people to continue to use 38 caliber ammunition once pipe guns become useless. Well, that dog just ran into that shack up there and never came back. Somebody's shooting guns or something here not too far away. Wonder what's going on there. Uh-oh. Ah, gotcha.
What the hell was that?
Uh-oh. I could have grabbed that guy's pipe pistol and maybe recovered some ammunition out of it too, but then I'd have to drop it again, so. And if you pick up raider weapons when they drop them, there's never any shortage of 38 ammunition forever and ever. Going on down here. Ooh, there's that mole rat with the mines attached to it. I wonder how anyone would manage to actually do that. Get a mole rat to sit still long enough to strap a couple of frag mines to it.
Getting shook up over nothing.
Yeah, that's right. There's nobody actually. Gonna sneak around here a little bit. There's not really anything else to pick up in here. Oh, that guy out wandering around? Or is that something else? Quite often at this level, these raiders have shotguns and stuff, and they can be bad news at close range, because getting shot with a shotgun really hurts. At close range. If he has a pipe gun, it won't be so bad, but if he has a shotgun, I'd really rather that he didn't get a chance to shoot me at all. Where'd he go? Oh. There we go. Okay. Better reload here. And we'll go down here and loot these mole rats. Now the dog sees something, I'm pretty sure it's just that deer over there. There. So anyway, I have his 168 rounds. I grabbed that pipe pistol. Now I had whatever ammunition was left in there. I'll drop it again. And we'll do a quick save before we go inside. Even though this game's pretty stable, you can sometimes have a crash still when you pass through a loading door or something like that. So I try to do a quick save whenever possible before I go through a loading screen, just in case something goes wrong. Which is why there's a couple of mods on the Nexus that allow you to do quick saves in survival, and I made sure to make use of one of those. Because I don't know why in survival they didn't give you the ability to save your game at will like in normal difficulty settings. Especially when the game is, you know, kind of buggy in survival and crashes a lot and that kind of thing.
Security's too good.
And I'm too dumb to hack things, so I guess I can't do that. Well, let's see who's over here. Hey. Oh, what else have I got here? Yeah, what's this?
There?
Guess I'm too close to the ledge there.
Nothing there now. What do you think? I don't know. Jump into shadows. Yeah, you're probably right. Gotta get down on the jet, I guess.
It's just like in Skyrim where the guy has an arrow sticking out of his face. It must have been the wind. Oh. Wow, I'm really good at sneaking. That dog just ran right by me and didn't see me. Now I'm thirsty and hungry. I got a couple of noodle cups there. Yeah. Alright.
Getting paranoid.
Where are those guys? We'll switch to this. Sneak around, peek around the corner and see if there's someone close by.
I can't believe they're only giving me half a share. This outfit's way worse.
Right there. Boom. Bye. There, I'll grab his shotgun too, and then I'll have to drop it again here right away. Okay, I'm going to grab those bones because they're useful in making items on the wizarding workbench. The Projectum Aetherius wizard mod. Allows you to make spells and that kind of stuff. I think he's probably a little too far away to shotgun, so maybe we'll see about lasering him. So, people watching might notice that I tend to switch between first person and third person quite a lot. I like third person for situations where I want to be able to see my surroundings a little better, because you might notice that in first person you don't have any peripheral vision at all. And on survival, when you don't have little red dots on the heads-up display telling you where all the enemies are, it's pretty hard to keep track of where they all are. So having that little bit wider field of view, I find, is helpful. Now look at that. We got a 38 caliber hunting rifle. So not going to pick that up though. So, but first person also has its place, because when you're aiming down the sights of a gun, or trying to do some sniper work with a scope, or even just trying to interact with things in the environment, well, it just gives you a lot more accuracy and fine control. But I prefer, when I'm sneaking around, to use third person if at all possible, because I can see around corners a little bit better before I actually stick my tent or hideout around the corner and possibly get shot. Okay, we're teddy bear. Don't need the army helmet. Oh, cigar. And what else? What is it? Yeah. Okay. Aluminum can. Aluminum is very important. You need it in a lot of weapon mods and things like that. And what I found early game, I tend to run short of aluminum pretty quickly. So I pick up aluminum cans, and I pick up, you know, like those surgical trays and stuff like that whenever chance I get, because they don't weigh very much, and they usually net you a couple or 3 units of aluminum. Anyway, I'm going to drop a mine here in this doorway now. And I'm not sure if I have any other mines. I think that's the only one I got. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to shoot that raider. And then I'm going to retreat, and I'm going to wait for a raider to run over that mine. I hope. You have to be really careful. Oh, there's a raider. You have to be really careful when you approach these guys, because one of these raiders, the leader, has a minigun. And although a minigun in the hands of a player character is kind of a joke, it's not something to be trifled with when the bad guys have one. So you got to be really, really careful. Let's see what else we got here.
Slinked off, huh? Don't worry. I'll be waiting.
I think we'll wait around this corner here. See if any of them come up. Got to reload that gun twice.
I find you, you're done for.
Yeah, probably you're right. We'll have to avoid that. that did not go as well as I had hoped.
No sign of him now.
But they are kind of dumb and they lose track of you after a couple of minutes. There, see her just heading out that doorway there. Give her a minute or two to get back down to the far end of that room there. Oh, jeez, there she is.
What was that?
Okay. Where'd she go? There she is, right there. There. That takes care of that. Pick that up, because we don't want someone else to come along and pick it up. So, Ack-Ack, the leader of the Olivia Satellite Station Raiders. That dog is a real pain. He makes a good distraction for enemies to shoot at, but like most other companions in this game, they have a tendency to get in your way and, you know, give you away when you're sneaking and stuff like that too. Very annoying. Gotta grab that too. Okay, I think there might still be a raider left down here, but he won't be nearly as much of a threat now. Okay, there's the guy that got blown up by the mine. Oh, okay. That one must be the one that I shot. Okay, maybe there are no raiders left. We got them all. Take a quick peek in here. Right. I grabbed things like this desk fan because they've got screws and gears and all that kind of good stuff in them. And over here is a little bit of jet. And some bone. Hey, stop pushing that around. Some bones. And here is the locket. And we might as well pick the lock and finish this area off.
Got it.
And there's a rad roach to shoot. We'll just set all that on fire right now so I don't accidentally set it on fire while I'm actually in there. And we'll switch over to our... Oh, look at this. A 2-shot laser musket. That was a legendary rad roach. Wow, that's a big one. Look at that. Another one in here yet. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, well, I did a video about the 2-shot legendary and what I think of it. And in my game, it works okay because I did a fix for it. But in vanilla, basically,
That's it.
the 2-shot legendary effect is, in my opinion, not even worth using because it splits. Look at that. That was a big rad roach. Wow. It splits the two projectiles, whether they be laser beams or bullets or whatever. And at any kind of range outside of basically point blank range, you can't actually hit anything with a weapon equipped with the 2-shot, because not only does it make your two bullets split from each other, it makes the original bullet that you fire veer off from where you're actually aiming it as well. So you can't actually accurately fire a 2-shot weapon and have really any hope of hitting what you're aiming at. Unless you have my fix, which then at least gets rid of the effects that the two-shot legendary has, although you still end up with a bit of spread due to the way that the game designers designed guns and barrels and that kind of thing. But it's not nearly as severe. So at least if you're outside of about 10 yards, you can hit a target with at least one bullet when you fire a gun with a two-shot effect. Personally, I would rather use a gun that has like a armor penetration or instigator. I like that one because it's a really good first attack type weapon that does a big damage to a enemy that hasn't taken any damage previously. I don't usually go for the guns that give you specialized damage against a specific opponent because there's no real advantage to using them against other opponents. You know, unless you find one that's, you know, like good against something that's very common, like super mutants, where you, for a while, you can't go 10 feet outside without tripping over a group of them.
There we go.
But for the most part, oops, I didn't need to pick that pipe pistol up. I'm going to run out of, oops, I'm going to run out of room. Drop that. Right into the basket, look at that. Wow. So I'm almost full. I might have to get the dog to carry some stuff for me here right away if I have too much more to pick up.
Got it.
So pick up the ammo, we'll pick that up. We'll leave that there. Pick that stuff up. That up. What else is there? There's that and this. And some more ammo. Mine. The gun's there. And pick up those items. Smokes. Cigars. That. Okay. And that's pretty much all I'm going to grab out of here. And what do I got left? Yeah, I'm getting up to the point where I'm pretty full, so I managed to grab most of the stuff that was worth grabbing in here. I managed to find the locket. We'll do a quick save before we exit. Then we'll be on our way. Oh, these load times. I'm tempted always to pause the recording for a moment while these load times are going on, but then I think, no, it'll be over right away, and then it takes a long time, and then I go, wow, I really should have paused it. That's what I'm doing now. And then I finally give up and get ready to pause it, and then that's when it finishes loading. One of these days I'll figure this out. But obviously not today. Come on. There we go. Sometimes it just takes a really long time. So now I guess we can head back to Abernathy Farm. because we got Mary's locket. I wonder if I'm going the long way around here. Kind of, I suppose. Well, time to have a drink of water. But might as well jog on down this way. I got a good view of thicket excavations down there, and I guess we can turn this way. Well, I have leveled up too. And what's going on over at that campsite? Oh, nothing very interesting. So these things keep growing back, no matter how many times I come by here and pick them. They're like an unlimited supply of blood leaves. So and the same thing with the stuff in this bus. There's always something in that first aid kit every time I come by here, no matter which direction I'm going. If any amount of time at all has passed since the last time I went there. Alright, I'm going to pick up this tin can, and then there's probably going to be something unfriendly coming this way. Usually from over there. Yep, here they come. I need to put a drum magazine on this gun. Whoop, he docked him down just as I was aiming at him there. Oh, that guy's tough. Ugh. Yeah. Take that and that. Okay, and I'm being affected by an illness. What have I got? I've got insomnia. Okay, well, I guess that's why we carry antibiotics, because antibiotics cures insomnia. And then we gotta drink some water, of course, because antibiotics make you thirsty. Yes, I think that the first order of business, once I'm done this episode, is going to be to put a drum magazine on this gun. Because that's the one drawback. Oh, now I'm... The one drawback of automatic weapons is you need large size magazines on them, or you run out of bullets fairly quickly. And it's really inconvenient to be trying to reload a gun while something big and mean and harmful is harming you. So I'm not sure what I'll spend my level up on. Maybe if I can, I'll spend it on the next level of gun nut so that I can upgrade my weapons a little bit more. But in the meantime, I'm going to make it to Abernathy Farm, and we're going to talk to Blake, and I guess that will probably be the last thing we'll do in this episode. This one has run a few minutes longer than usual. Oh, raiders.
You should have stayed.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he didn't throw that at me. See if this raider has anything. if I can actually interact with this raider. Weird. Oh, there we go. Okay. So here we are at Abernathy Farm, and I guess that will be it for this episode. We'll talk to Blake Abernathy and do various administrative things off camera. So until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm Sandman 99.